ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Fausto Pugliese. I am the president and founder of CyberTrading University. I'd like to thank you all for making the opportunity and taking the time to be here today. And I know the reason why you're here today, because you want to learn to know the real truth about trading, and basically try to do this as a career. And I know because I was one of you guys 20 years ago. So I'm going to tell you and show you a couple of very important tools and techniques and strategies that are going to help you find and understand how to find the best stocks to trade and why 80 to 90% of the people will lose money in today's markets. So, we're going to talk for about an hour. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to ask any questions you might have. Now, so we know everybody, so we know a little bit about everyone here, can everyone just give me a chat back and just let me know what kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader, day trader, swing trader, options trader, forex trader? So if everybody could just give me a chat back and let me know. All right. Wow, a lot of day traders. Ken's a little swing trader, forex and swing. All right, Mark. A lot of stock traders. Look at that. Wow, perfect. Options, trying day trading. All right, well, let me kind of answer that about stock trading, options trading. I know a lot of people here trade options, and I've been bringing this up more and more every day because I'm finding that we're training a lot of options traders, and now people are starting to join on the stock side. You have to understand something. You got to be a good stock trader first to understand why to trade the option. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. So if you don't trade the stock first, you're trading backwards. But I'm going to go over a lot of that stuff. B. Rawley says an unsuccessful trader. Well, listen, that's why we're here. We're here to kind of learn from those mistakes and fix that problem. So, listen, every single one of you here, it's not a matter if, it's a matter of when that you are going to do this. I mean, listen, a lot of you have pensions. Everybody has something to do with the stock market, okay? But most people just don't know how the market works. So that's what we're going to try to figure, because I'm a true believer that every single one of you here should learn how to take matters in your own hands. Now, let me just tell you a little bit of history about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I always like to start off with this because I want you to understand why why every one of you need a mentor. Okay, we all have mentors. If you can't tell me that you have a mentor, then obviously, trading is not for you. And we've all had mentors. If it was a teacher in school, if it was a boss that you work for, okay, if it was a colleague at work, we've all had mentors, okay? And every one of you don't need just one. You need several mentors to be successful when it comes to trading. Now, about myself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 44 years old. I started when I was 22 years old, okay? I made so much money at the age of 24, I was already semi-retired. A lot of people ask me, why, if you're such a great trader, Fausto, why do you teach? Well, trading is a part-time job, and it's not too healthy for a 24-year-old not to do anything all day, okay? And you're going to learn that. Trading is only about an hour a day. All right. Now, we have some very good students here at CyberTrading University that are logged in today, and they're going to share their opinion regarding about CyberTrading University and how we change their lives. All right. And people think like, oh, that's impossible. You can't make $5,000 a day. You can't make $10,000 a day without risking millions. That is complete false. And we have students here that will tell you that. Okay. Not only that, but I'm going to show you some slides and some chats from some of them of trades that we've done, not maybe last week or last month, even today. All right. But over the years, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, I came to realize after blowing up 3 trading accounts that there has to be a better way of trading. And living in New York, being trained by the best traders in the world, fortunately living here, I had the opportunity to surround myself with the best traders and had the opportunity to have not one but several mentors show me how to trade the market. And let me tell you what you're going to learn today. There are going to be 3 types of people that are going to be here today, okay? And one of you are going to be exactly like me 20 years ago. Some of you here are going to realize trading is for you, and you're going to want to move forward with CyberTrading University. There are some of you that are going to realize that trading is not for you, and you're going to close your brokerage account and you're going to go back to your day job, okay? Because you're going to realize you're just going to lose all your money. And there's the third person, which is the one I'm concerned most, that there are people here that are self-taught, that feel that they could take as much free information as they can and do it on their own. Well, that's the 90% of the failure rate. So I'm hopefully, if you are one of those people, hopefully I can kind of get into you, and hopefully will be part of just the first person or the second. But the third person is the ones I'm more concerned. So there are three of you here are going to realize where we're going to go from that. Now, when it comes to, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trading, we need to learn before we could earn, and that's what we hear, and that's what we're going to do. So why do 90% of the traders fail? Okay? Now, I keep repeating that. It's like, Fausto, why are you so negative? I'm not negative. I just hate to see people lose money. There's no reason for it. Okay? Why do people lose money? Well, let's start off the first reason why. Half the people, right off the bat, half of you are going to lose right immediately for this one simple reason: opening up a brokerage account. Okay? Now, if any of you here have opened a brokerage account already without proper education, that's like saying you gave the keys to your child to drive a car. Meanwhile, he never even learned how to drive a car. He never took a permit. The easiest thing you could do is opening up a brokerage account. But without even knowing what you're doing, a lot of brokerage firms, you have to understand, they want you to be uneducated, because the less educated you are, the more money they make. Like, think about it. Do you really think a brokerage firm makes money at $7 a ticket? I mean, do they really? I mean, think about it. $7. Or how many you could have found even a brokerage firm even cheaper than that? Maybe $3. They're like, oh, my brokerage firm's better. I got 50% tickets less than yours. How do they make money? Well, let me kind of let's kind of expose them a little bit first, okay? So let me kind of let you understand. The only thing that's cheap and only thing that's free is the cheese in the mousetrap. So let me explain to you how online brokers make money. What they do is they advertise cheap tickets. Now, so how do they make money? Okay, because obviously those billion-dollar buildings in Manhattan, they didn't make it at $7 a ticket. The way they make their money is they're trading against you. Okay, now, have any of you guys ever heard of something called payment for order flow? It's written on all your account statements. Payment for order flow. Anyone ever heard of it? If you don't know, just give me a no. If you heard of it, give me a yes. Just so I can make sure everyone's paying attention. Okay, well, if you said no, I recommend you to read your account statements when you're done. So let me explain to you what it is. That is about 80% of the profit of where brokerage firms make their money. This is what they do. Let me get my little crayon out here so you guys can follow along with my pointer, okay? There we go. See my pointer? All right. So here's your order. You're going to send an email to a brokerage firm. They're going to take your order and they're going to sell it to another brokerage firm and get paid for it. That's called payment for order flow. Now, if they can't sell it to their friends, your order, so they could pay them under the table, then it goes to the market maker's office. From a trading system, they're going to check and see if they have stock and inventory to sell you. Have any of you guys ever heard of something called dark pools? Anyone heard of a dark pool? Know what it is? Okay. We hear so many scary things about, ooh, dark pool, ooh. Let me explain to you. A dark pool, basically what that means is that you're buying stock in their own inventory. They're not even buying it at from on the street. They're not going to the New York Stock Exchange. They're not going to NASDAQ. They're checking their own inventory and they're selling you what they own themselves. It helps them save money. It helps them get themselves out of stock and be able to do a whole bunch of other stuff, which I don't have time to talk about. Now, if they don't have stock and inventory, then it goes to the trading desk. From the trading desk, that person has what's called a direct access system. What they're going to do is they're going to try to buy it on the bid. They're going to sell to you on the offer, and then your order gets executed. Okay? Now, you're probably stopping thinking about it and saying, no, Faust, that's impossible. It takes too long. How do they basically do it? Well, have you checked out the technology today? You know, it's not really, it doesn't take as long as you think. Now, I'll give you an example. Here's a screenshot of a trade that I did on my Scott Trade account, okay? Now, all I know is, yes, I made $7. I got $7 a ticket. Man, I love that. $7. Ooh, wow, $7 I paid. Well, let me tell you what $7 cost me. I placed an order. If you look right here, at 2:26 Eastern Time, okay? I got an email confirmation at 2:28. When I placed my order, the price was at 31.40. By the time they executed me, it was at 31.53. So do the math. If how much money did I lose in 3 minutes by the time I got that email confirmation? What's the difference between 31.40 minus 31.53? Does anybody know that answer? Anyone have a calculator? 13 cents, right? On 1,000 shares, how much money is that? It's $130. So let me tack on the $7 a ticket. So what did I pay? Did I pay $7 a ticket, or did I pay $137 for that trade? What do you think? You guys are in the business to give away $130? I know I'm not. I'm not in the business for $130. Why can't I keep it? But, ooh, I paid $7 a ticket. Okay? So anyway, so now hopefully you get a little bit of an idea of, now you like scratching your head like, oh, now I know how these guys make money. So do you like giving away $137, guys? Do you like doing that? Because for every trade that you do, $137, let's say 130, times 5 days a week, times 52 weeks, basically, am I in a business to give away $33,000 a year? Some of you wish you could make $33,000 a year. You're giving away $33,000. So I'm not in that business. So anyway, that is a wake-up call. That is a wake-up call, and that's how online brokerage firms make money. They procrastinate, they work your order, they try to make money with it, and that's it. Now, first thing people always ask me is they say, oh, I put limit orders. Oh, they got, no. They can't do that to me. I'm smarter than them. I only limit orders. No, I was told limit orders, right? Limit orders. Yeah, okay. So basically what you're telling them is that, that's even worse, by the way, okay? All you're telling them is that this is what you want to pay, so all they have to do is, they're not going to buy you the stock unless they buy it cheaper. You just told me what you want to pay. You just exposed it. So now I have more time to procrastinate to buy it even cheaper, okay? Well, once again, James, and if you're doing options, that's right. Plus, you got to pay the cost of the contract. So, see, that's why people fail even more in options. So, who's sick and tired of giving away all this money? Well, that is 50% of the failure rate. Now, what I recommend you do, you guys want to have some fun? Okay? You want to realize how uneducated and how the justice that your brokerage firm is not helping you out? Call them up and ask them, how are my orders getting routed? Okay, write this down. How are my orders getting routed? Are you an online broker or direct access? Okay, and this is the simplest way I can explain it. Online brokers are like public transportation. Direct access brokers are like driving your own car. Is this being recorded? Absolutely, it's being recorded. And by the way, there's a lot more that we didn't even cover yet. Absolutely. All right, so everyone understand how brokerage firms make money on their orders? Everybody understand the difference between direct access and online brokers? Any questions? All right, so hopefully I just converted you to be half successful. All right, just there alone. Now, once again, I'm going to reiterate what I just said. If you are one of these people here that did not get educated and you have a brokerage account, you have a 50% chance of failing in trading just by them going out there, routing your order and trading against you. Remember, I don't work for the brokerage firm. We're not a brokerage firm. Cyber Trading University works for you. We are a school. We're looking for your best interest, okay? The brokerage firms are like casinos, okay? They make money on your losses. They don't make money on your profits. The only thing they make is the spreads, and they make a small commission. Scary is not even the word, but what's scarier, clear, more than anything, is that the ignorance of the traders out there, because there are 10 million traders out there, 10 million on this meeting, and that's where the mistakes come in. All right, so now let's move on to the next thing. All right, so how do we start trading? The next biggest mistake that people make is they go out there and they want to learn charts. All right, that's the next thing. So if you're an options trader, forex trader, swing trader, everybody has got a new formula, has got a new indicator, has got a new thing that's working for them. Well, if it's so damn good, why are they selling it? Why can't do anything? People don't know how these things work. Does anyone know how the problem with indicators are? What is the biggest problem with indicators on a chart? They're lagging. Do you want to be a lagger or you want to be a leader? It's like having a race. Oh, a 5-minute chart, you could see more than a 1-minute chart. Yeah. You know what? If you start a race and I give you a 5-minute head start, yeah, that's going to really help me win a race. All right? Oh, 15 minutes? Oh, got a MACD and a moving average? And you know what ends up happening? It becomes confusing. Anyone here have a chart that looks like that? And then all of a sudden you start acting like this kid? Like, I don't understand. This guy tells me to use this one, that guy tells me to use that one. Listen, to be a good trader, you got to learn how to keep things simple. It's called the KISS method. Keep it super simple. You don't need to go get too complicated. Well, JB, of course, and that's the way you look at it. But here at Cyber Trading University, the most important thing to learn is not the chart. That's the last thing you have to learn. But this is the next biggest failure rate. Everybody wants to read and wants to know who could teach them charts better and who could make it more complicated. Okay? That's not your concern. What is your concern is timing during the day, following money. All right? So before we come to timing of the day, let me just skip ahead because I want to cover something else. Okay? I want to cover what you should be doing to be a successful trader. Okay? And the right thing to do is to not know nothing. Doesn't make any sense, right? Like, what the hell does that mean, Fausto? Well, this is what my mentors taught me. This is Fausto. Once you think you know something about the stock market, you're going to lose. Fausto Pugliese, Cyber Trading University cannot move a stock unless you trade 70% of the volume of the stock. So why are you going out there and trying to figure it out? Why don't you just go out there and see what everyone else is doing? So, question for everyone. How do stocks go up and go down, everybody? Can everyone answer this question? It's a very simple, basic, dumb question. If you can't answer it, I recommend you to log out now or close your account. Everybody, there's 150 people in here. Don't be shy. Write S&D. All right. Looks like we're all on the same page, right? Okay. So it's supply and demand, right? So, buying and selling. So what do we do on buying and selling? We follow the money. That's all you have to do. It's the simplest thing to do in the world. Just follow the money. How do you think the FBI busts all these criminals? They follow the money. That's all you have to do. How do you think all these politicians are doing the things that get in trouble? They follow the money. All right? So let's act like an FBI agent. Let's go out there and follow the money. All right? So let me just, I got these slides out of order. Okay. Hold on a second. Yep. All All right. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at something called high-frequency trading. High-frequency trading controls about 70% of the volume of the market. All right. Now, there's a couple of students in here, so hopefully you guys don't mind. Andrew Lowe, you know, and we have some students that are here. This is basically from today, and I took a couple of screenshots to kind of show you some of the things that we traded today. Now, did anyone see what happened with Pandora today? Anyone see Pandora? Okay. Pandora was one of the, you know, what we do at CyberTrade University. Let me explain to you how we teach our students. At CyberTrade University, we're a very unique school compared to other schools. We're one of the only schools that do two things. We teach you how to trade, and we trade with you. A lot of schools will teach you, but they don't trade with you. They don't show you facts. They can make beautiful PowerPoints and beautiful books and offices, but not a lot of them are traders. So what we did today is we trade a stock called Pandora. Okay? Now Pandora, you could see right here, the stock P up $1 in 15 minutes. Basically, it started right here in the morning. And you could see right here the thing went from $12.20 up to roughly about $13. So a little less than $1. Now do the math. Let me just show you why everyone loves trading. If you made $1, if you bought 1,000 shares of the stock at $12.20, right? You bought at $12.20 and you sold it at $13. How much money did you make, ladies and gentlemen? Jason says, yeah, that was a very nice one. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's do the math. Everyone have a calculator? 80 cents. 80 cents. Rolly says $800 less commission. So, all right, so how much is a commission you're going to pay? Let's go high, $10. So 800 minus $10, so you made $790. Okay? So $780, $10. Even if I pay $100 a ticket, I still made $700. Okay? But let's use 800 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks a year. It's about $200,000 a year. Not bad for 15 minutes work. All right? Both ways. All right. So then we got so both ways. So we got $20 in ticket charges. So we made $790. All right. Now here's one of our students, Andrew. He made 43 cents on that position. You could see he got out of it at 9:39. You know, so he did pretty well on that position. So good for Andrew. Oh, Andrew's in here. That's right. There you are, Andrew. You mind? I don't know if Andrew listened to me right now, but Andrew, that was your trade. So thanks for sharing that with us in this cyber group room. Just to show you a student that's in here right now that what he made, okay? Now, how did he sell it and why did he sell it, okay? Why did he sell it? Well, this is the example. Here's our instructors, one of our instructors, Richard, and Rich was telling you that was showing an HFT order, a high-frequency trade order. So if you look right here, ladies and gentlemen, these are the bids. These are the asks. These are the buyers. These are the sellers. And if you notice, you have sellers 200, 600, 5,000. But do you notice that there is a 11,000 share seller out there right at $13? Does everybody see that right there? Now, if I change the slide right here, do you notice here's the stock. You see how it dropped? This is now after we made the announcement. You see why the stock dropped at $12.90? Well, you know, there was a lot of CDG. There was a lot of good ones. But, you know, once again, there's only so much I could show everybody. But we were trying to take some good screenshots of showing people what trading is all about. Amara says, could you help us find him through the process? Yes. I didn't get there yet. Okay? That's a great question. Thank you very much. But my point that I'm trying to get to is this. How many of you guys buy stocks and you didn't sell it soon enough? Or how many of you guys bought stocks and as soon as you buy it, the thing goes down? Or how many of you actually sell stocks as soon as you sell it goes up? You know, because think about it. If an indicator kicked in after 2 minutes, you would have went from $13 at $12.90. You would have got crushed. It went all the way down to you were lost like you know it just dropped $300. Still made money, but the thing is, wouldn't it be nice to know that there are buyers and sellers at certain prices? Because what do you think makes a support resistance levels on a chart? Buying and selling. Now, here's another example. This is Donna Alters. She's in here, right? Is Donna in here? I think Donna's in here also. Donna had a really, really good day today, and I kind of want to share what she chatted this morning. All right. Donna Alters traded the stock. Did everyone see the VRX this morning? Who saw the VRX down $18? There you are, Donna. Very good. Congratulations, Donna, on your trade, though. That was a great trade. All right. Good, good, good. You could see, you know, there's a lot of students in here talking about, no problem. You're more than welcome, Donna. But look what Donna made on this position. This stock right here came right out of the gate at $94. Now, Donna, unfortunately, did not make $18 on the trade. If she did on 1,000 shares, she would have made $18,000. But she only made 7. 7,000 times 5 days a week times 52 weeks, about a 1.8 million. I don't think she's arguing about that job. All right. So anyway, it dropped. She made $7 on the trade. She got out around 10:30, and which was right around here because it started building something we call the Fausto flag. You know, it started consolidating here. But think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Who here would have liked to make $7 on VRX? Anyone here even traded VRX? Anyone here other than students from CTU and Don Alters? Jasper said she missed it. Look, all these people. Few of you have, okay, but a lot of you saying no. So the thing is this. At CyberTrade University, what we do is we teach you how to follow what's called iceberg orders, how to follow big block orders, know where they are, where to get in, and where to get out. Okay? That is the ultimate goal of trading. Now, the thing is, a lot of you are probably saying, they had a question, you were asking, how do you find these stocks? Well, finding them, ladies and gentlemen, is really not that hard. That's actually the easiest part. And the thing what we do here at CyberTrade University is we show you, we go through something called the percentage gainers and losers. We look for stocks that have volatility. Without volatility, you're not going to make any money. If stocks, I mean, for example, what is the Dow Jones doing right now? It's down 3 points. 3 lousy little stinking points. 3 points. That's it. 3. Not 200, not 500. 3 points. Do you think the Dow Jones had anything to do with that stock that went down, 20 points? So the thing is, what we do here at CyberTrade University, well, Mohammed, yes, we do. And by the way, Mohammed, would you like to see it live in the market? Would this help ensure your thoughts? Okay, good, because at the end of this presentation, Mohammed, I'm going to tell you how you could join me for 5 days and see this live. Because you know what? A lot of people think like, I heard about this story before. Listen, the difference between CyberTrade University and what you're doing or anyone else is doing is that we'll put our money where our mouth is. We'll show you live in the market. The easiest thing for me to do, I had a guy the other day told me, goes, Fausto, could you show me your reports? Could you show me your reports on the screen? First of all, why would I do that? Why would you want to see it? That could be manipulated. I could scratch that out. Other than I could be a liar. Wouldn't you rather want to see it live? At that moment in time? That's the way you're going to learn. So I always tell everyone, anyone that shows you their reports, it could be completely bogus. You want to see it live. Let's see the and I can show you the best days. Let's see what's happening during the day. Isn't that what Madoff was doing? That's right. Brett, you hit the nail right in the head. Thank you for sharing. That's exactly right. That's what Madoff was doing. He was making up fake reports. Is that what you want to see? That's why the guy made so much money. You know, and that's why people lost so much money. So we put our money where our mouth is. When we train you, we're going to show you live in the market. Now, how do we find those stocks? We go through the big percentage gainers and losers, and we see what's moving in the market. And then what we do there, ladies and gentlemen, is then we do something called, what we teach you, which is called tradable and non-tradable. We'll find out which one is going to give you the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward. From there, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to look at is something called modern tape reading. Now, I'm a modern tape reader. What that means is I could teach you how to just read the tape. You ever see that little ticker running on the back of CNBC on the floor? That's basically tape reading. I'm going to teach you that right now. So this is called a time and sales window. All right. Jim has a question. Isn't the biggest gainers in the most recent hour? Absolutely, Jim. And the thing that we're going to do at the end of the presentation is we open. If you feel like joining us, we do our trading in the pre-market. We see a lot of the action that helps us, give us a little bit of a game plan before the market even opens up. If anybody here wants to learn about dark pools and is so petrified by it, it's actually a benefit for us that they do that, because we have the inside track of what they're doing. And nothing illegal. Everything is completely exposed. It's just that your brokerage firm probably doesn't want to tell you what they're doing. And this is something that information is completely exposed, when it comes to trading. So anyway, let's talk about modern tape reading. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, we have what's called a time and sales. Okay? Who here is using a time and sales? Anyone here using time and sales windows? Jason, you are. Donna, once again, all my students. Anyone that's not? I guess I'll take the other 130 in here saying no. It's okay. Listen, I'm not going to go home and tell your wife or your husband that you don't know how to trade. Listen, that's why you're here, right? So if you're not using it, just admit it. All right, so anyway. Who here knows how to read a chart? Amardo says she learned it from my book. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the book. Thank you. Thanks for buying the book. Okay, good. So anyway, a chart gets its data from a time and sales window. So if you could just read the time and sales window, then you'll wonder why a chart does what it does. Okay, so anyway, we have the colors segregated in red and green. Red means that people are selling the stock. That's what that means. Green means that people are buying the stock. Remember, it takes two to tango. So we're having a lot of reds going on right here, which mean that the buyers are getting executed. So by knowing that there's a lot of reds going on right now, what do you think the stock's going to do? Go up or down? It's a question for everybody. Well, congratulations. The chart just said that. All right? Let's do another one. What do you think about this? There's a lot of trades going off on the offer. What do you think the stock's going to do? Go up or down? Wow. Incredible. Congratulations. You're right again. The chart says it's going up. Now, did you need a chart to tell you that? Did you guys need a chart to tell you that it was going to go up? No, you could just watch the time and sales and see all the orders getting executed. By the way, how many of you ever looked at a chart and a stock hit a major top or a double top, a triple bottom, or a teacup, or whatever it is, whatever all these fancy names that people call it, and you're like, well, how did the stock break that resistance levels? The chart says it wasn't supposed to do that. Mr. Fibonacci said it was supposed to. Mr. Bollinger Band shouldn't said it, right, all the time. because the difference is you got to know how to play the game. You have to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my history. Look at my bio. I was a market maker 20 years ago. Okay? You see those guys running on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange? All right? I was a NASDAQ trader. This is the game. You know, unless you were a NASDAQ trader and worked in a boardroom and doing it and trading for a brokerage firm, technically you really didn't know what no one really taught you how to trade. Now, and that's why I love teaching, because everybody doesn't have the opportunity to come live in New York. Some of you don't have the opportunity to be fortunate to get a job as a trader, or really can't afford to quit your job now. Or maybe just, really not qualified yet. Whatever the reason may be. Maybe we're too old. Maybe we're not going back to work after. No one's gonna hire us. Whatever it is. No, nothing rude or anything, but it's fact. But the thing is, why don't we just do it ourselves? Why don't we do it ourselves? And that's why I love teaching everyone, because just these little stupid little things make you realize that you make trading more complicated than what it is. And that's the way to look at it. Mohammed's question, do you put orders in front of iceberg orders at the same price when you see large orders? Well, Mohammed, it depends. Yes, you can, but sometimes you don't. What happens when other orders backing up the one behind it on the other side? How do you know what happens? The guy is basically going out there and he's just refreshing. Do you know what that means? This is what I'm going to talk about for the next 5 days. All right. See, my goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to have everyone here, that every single one of you, if you're an options trader, if you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, you all have to start learning how to day trade first. Everything happens over the course of the day first, and then everything trickles down after that. Now, any questions so far, ladies and gentlemen? My God, time flies so fast. Look at that. We got less than 15 minutes to go. Any questions? All right, one other thing I want to bring up is timing during the day. And timing during the day is another critical tool. Now, if you heard what I said earlier when we started, I told you that timing during the day, when I got started, I used to only trade an hour a day. That's it. I started right around 8:30 in the morning, and maybe an hour and a half. I used to be done at 10 a.m. I get into the positions in the pre-market. I see all the dark pools. I see all the people, all the tens of millions of people out there that put their orders with their brokerage firm, and I see the brokerage firm trying to buy it cheaper so they could sell to them for a profit. And then you can see all the orders get executed after once the market opens up. And I'm just riding the wave. Listen, I just want to be the ants on the floor. I tell everyone all the time. I don't care about eating the crumbs. Crumbs, you know what, make me happy. I do fine eating crumbs, okay? Because I'm not the big fish. And unless I could move markets, unless I'm going to be Goldman Sachs or Merrill Lynch, I'll just follow what they're doing. So timing during the day is a very, very critical point when it comes to trading, because you could see most of that action happens in the morning. Look what happens. 8:30, you get a lot of pre-market trading, and then boom, you see how the stock takes off? This is what we do right here. 9:30, stock goes from $32 all the way to $36. You know, that's what trading is all about. Question. Lori has a question. On level 3, is activity on the bid buyers or sellers? On both sides, Lori. Question. Time and sales move so fast for moving stocks and trigger and picking iceberg orders, ESP stocks and watch list. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. That's a good question. My first question to you is this. Who taught you how to trade? Sharon, who actually taught you? And you could be honest. You could say yourself. You could say somebody you might want to mention their name, but who really taught you? Okay, now, does a book talk back to you? And does a book have live data? Does a book, and you know what, when was that book published? You see, no, it doesn't. So the thing you got to look at, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trading, by being a trial member, which I know that you are, and I'm hoping you've been enjoying the live trading, okay? Because everyone, I'm gonna introduce everyone else being a live trader. Is that when it comes to trading, what you're looking at is something moving too fast. You see, there are 25,000 stocks out there in the market. You can't trade them all. So what we do at Cyber Trading Diversity, the way we teach you is we show you how we break you in. And the way we break you in is, if you can't comprehend the time in sales is moving too fast, and the chart's moving too fast, and the level 3 is moving too, then you shouldn't be looking at it in the first place. The reason why most people fail in trading is because they trade the most popular, the most volatile brand name stocks out there in existence. Like, for example, like Facebook. I would never trade Facebook today. People are like, oh, how could you not trade Facebook? They talk about it on TV all day. Because there's a lot more less expensive stocks that are more controllable to trade. Like stocks like IFON, up 55% today, 4 million shares, went from $1.20 to $2 in an hour. I'd rather trade, IFON than Facebook or Apple or Tesla. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? The thing is, who really taught you how to trade? And that's the way you have to look at it. Lori's question is on level 3. How are the buyers and sellers on both sides? Is it because some market makers are some brokers? Well, think about, Lori. If isn't everything for sale? No matter what you own, you have a house, right? Let's say if you own a home, isn't it for sale? Everything's for sale. Someone's going to listen. I was just buying another one. Only thing that's not for sale is my wife and kids. All right, but this is trading. If you had let's say right now you own Facebook at $100, and somebody's willing to pay you $200, you're not going to sell it. As a trader you could buy it cheaper, right? Everything is for sale. So brokerage firms are always on both sides, and that's what we learn as a trader. You always have to think of taking a profit. Don't let a stock tell you where to go down. You should know where it's going before it gets there. Craig says, Fausto, do you use TradeStation for all your charts, level 2 and 3, and time and sales? No, Craig, we don't. Okay, TradeStation is a great platform, but we do education for over 50 brokerage firms around the world. We are brokerage firm neutral. We don't want you as a customer or a student to show that we have any favoritism to anybody. And not only that, some brokerage firms are better than others for certain clients. Maybe you do some Forex and futures. Some brokerage firms give you more features depending who you are. So understand something, Craig. Everybody's a case-by-case basis. And the best thing to do is talk to an education advisor at Cyber Trading University, and they'll explain to you that more in detail. All right? Any other questions? All right, got a couple more questions in here coming in. David has a question. Are we now all on an even playing field? The brokerage firms front running and miss seconds, and how the things are bad? David, yes, we're all on the same page, but you got to understand something. Do you really care being 0.3 of a second faster than them? Is that really going to change your life? So there, is it going to really help you to know that you have your orders right next to the New York Stock Exchange server? It's not. Listen, we're the ants. Always remember that. And we're just trying to make. Some of us will be. These guys are moving, trying to make millions of dollars a day. What are we trying to make? A couple of $100? You think they care about you? You know, they're just trying to route those orders. Amaro, they subscribe to all different. A book viewer, level 3. It depends on the brokerage firm. You know, if your brokerage firm has it, you don't need to subscribe to something. Jerry says, how do you tell if a trade is going through that? Is it a short, cover, or borrow? You really don't. And honestly, I don't know if it's going to really change your thought other than just following supply and demand. Dan says, do you use candlestick charts? Yeah, absolutely, for birthday cakes all the time, Dan. Do human day traders have a chance to algos 80% of trades? Bob. Bob thinks that's funny. Anyway, well, listen, the thing is this. If you're really concerned that there's something going on that you can't comprehend, then don't do it. You know, I get people who say it all the time, oh, he's lying, oh, that's a fake order. Like, well, why would you want to be in a business where you got to deal with thieves and crooks? If you really, really, truly believe it, then don't be in this business. I personally think there aren't. You just don't know how to play the game. That's all. They just know how to use it towards their advantage. And this is the beauty about trading with Cyber Trading University and what I'm about to offer all of you right now. Let me ask you this. Who here wants to see this live for 5 days in the market hours? Who wants to see it actually happening and, you know, and see the, you know, the Donna Alters making the $5 and the Andrew Lowe making, you know, 50 cents, you know, on a position on Pandora? And seeing, like, you know, these people really don't do that. I mean, really seeing it live. Well, this is what I want you guys to do. You know, here at Cyber Trading University, we have two ways how we teach. We have a professional trading room and a professional teaching room. So the thing is, to see these things going up 300%, 400%, you know, and see things, you know, why they have in common, like Ebola or something like that, how these companies actually work together and have all effective on certain catastrophes like this, make opportunities. You have to realize that you don't need to make a lot of money to make a day's pay doing it. I mean, think about it. 50 cents is $500. It's $100,000 a year. How do we do that? Well, we first need to get mentors. All right, and what I want you guys to do is I want to hope that all of you will let me mentor you and show you if trading's for you or not. All you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is invest $37. That's it, $37. If you register on the website, it's 3 days. If you call in, you're going to get 2 extra days, plus on Friday, I'm going to do a workshop where you're going to trade live with me. It's a $600 value on top of it. Now, we do not keep the lights on for $37. The $37 only covers the cost of the webinar technology. Unfortunately, we can't find a good webinar technology is free. So we got to pay for it, all right? So we're looking to give you good technology, but I want you to judge me for 3 days or 5 if you call in. Judge me on those days and look at the students and see what we're looking at. And I personally guarantee it. If you can't make 10 times your money, if I can't show you stocks up 20, 50% every day, we'll give you money back, no questions asked. You know, the thing is, we don't make money on $37. All I want to do is make sure that you know what you're getting yourself involved in. That's it. Now, what you could do, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side, if you click on that little window that's coming up right now, you could register right there. There's a little pop-up window that's coming in. Or what you could do is you can call the number up on the screen, or just go right to our homepage or our website at cybertradinguniversity.com, and I'll give you the link right here to register. So what are you getting for this? People are like, well, where do I go? It's all online. It's live. It's for 5 days, and that's it. Is there a free webinar technology? Well, once again, the only thing that's free, Ray, is the cheese and the mouse trap. There's nothing free in this world. We tried all the free ones, and they don't work without having problems. All right. Can Sal call me back again to qualify for the 5-day promo? Yes, Armando. What I would recommend you to do is call the office now, talk to Sal, and he'll be able to take care of that for you. Okay. Ray says I use it all the time. It works perfectly. Okay. And you had about 300-400 people in there, and you could be able to control and everything. Well, if it does, we'll take a look at it. That sounds great. A couple other questions coming in here. Do you trade big? Let me see. I'm trying to just so many coming around. Do you trade big percentage gains and losses, but no dates as it already happens? Or do you trade? Well, we trade basically as they're going on. We're trading things that are moving as they're trading right now. Absolutely. We don't look at the past. We worry about the present. We work because what's moving, the market's running all day. So if these things are moving, they're going to move all day. If you want to start Monday, you can start Monday. Just tell your education advisor that you want to start on Monday. Keith, thank you so much for being here and being a loyal student for I don't know, was it 2-3 years now? But thanks for coming in here and listening to the feedback and everything else and adding it. So I appreciate it. Same thing for you, Donna. I'll see you in the trading room. Bob, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Listen, guys, the goal is this. Every single one of you here want to trade your own money, and you want to do this as a career. So why not learn from a mentor? What's the worst thing that could happen? You learn something, or you find that it's not for you. It's the cheapest trade you're going to make. And it all starts from day trading. So even if you're saying, well, I'm not really a day trader, at least you know what it's all about. Okay? Lita, thank you so much for being a loyal student. I appreciate you being here also. Thank you so much. All right, so before we go, ladies and gentlemen, any last-minute questions? Thanks very much, David. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jeff. All right, well, if there's no other questions, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we ended at a perfect time. Once again, if you guys have any questions, I'll send you my personal email address. I'll follow up with you. If anybody wants to know anything more moving forward, let me know. Just remember one thing, ladies and gentlemen, before we all go. You have to learn before you can earn. Any money that you invested in the market, just please be careful that you could literally lose all of it, okay? And probably more than that. So, if you don't want to take a class with me or do a trial, do it with somebody. But remember, books do not talk back to you, and and YouTube is not going to teach you how to trade. It's like, you know what? Why I got to go out there and get a nutritionist? I'll just read out of a diet book. Well, how's that working out for you? Learn from professionals, and you'll be a professional also. And surround yourself with great traders because that will make you a great trader too. Thank you so much.